The trapezius muscle. Let's talk about that. I hope you're all having a good day so far. Starting today and for the foreseeable future, we're going to be going over some of my personal favorite and what I believe to be the most effective exercises for our bodies, starting from the top of our neck and working our way down to our feet. So with that in mind, let's jump right in with the trapezius muscles. To be exact, there are three sets of muscles that make up your traps: the upper, the middle, and the lower. The upper trap is connected from the base of your skull, running down the sides of your neck, attaching to the outer edges of your collarbones, and finally coming across the tops of your shoulders. This muscle specifically aids in neck flexibility and your ability to shrug. The middle trap essentially spans straight across your middle upper back, meeting your rear delts. These fibers help to bring your shoulder blades backwards towards your spine, as well as providing stability to your arms for certain movements. And last but not least is the lower trapezius. This muscle is tasked with mid-spinal support and bringing your shoulder girdle downwards, opposing what the upper trap is used for. With all that in mind, I'd like to start off with my most favorite trap exercise that includes all three of these muscle groups, and that is the dumbbell shrug. Now, in most cases, it is a common mistake for people to only execute this exercise with a barbell shrugging up and down. While I wouldn't say this is wrong, I would say, however, that you are not getting as much potential out of this exercise as you could be. Which brings me to the variation of this exercise, which I would like to call the Crescent Shrug. If you look closely, you will see that this variation activates all three muscle groups of your traps, bringing your shoulder blades backwards, shrugging upwards, and fighting gravity, bringing them back down again. Now, I should mention another common mistake when utilizing any shrug movement, and that is the horrible and dangerous urge to thrust your neck forward at peak contraction. Never mind the fact that this looks stupid, but you're also setting yourself up for some serious neck pain and or damage further down the line. With that being said, I love this exercise, and I believe it should be incorporated into any workout routine. This next exercise is another one of my favorites that should be included into every workout session, and that is the face pulls. Now you may be thinking, what is so special about this one? While this exercise is mainly utilized for the upper and middle traps, there is an added bonus. A muscle that is commonly overlooked by 90% of people, and that is the rear deltoid. I'll go more in depth on this when we talk about our shoulders, but for now you should know that the rear delt, albeit small, plays a big part in the fullness and thickness of shoulders. Since we're on the topic of pulling, let's go ahead and talk about the incline bench pulls. This exercise is more versatile because it can be done one of two ways. It can be done, as the name entails, on an incline bench, focusing on the middle and lower traps, or it can be done standing up, shifting the focus almost solely on your upper traps and turning it into an upright row. Using that as a segue, who can forget the standard row? I've covered this in a previous video, but let's recap. There are a variety of methods and hand positions that you can utilize to achieve a specific goal you have in mind, but sticking with the traps, I have found that the best method of doing this is with a wide grip handle. So for those of you who are saying, wait, I thought the row targets your lats, you're not wrong. As a matter of fact, I took a picture of the machine in my gym that shows exactly what muscles it targets. But, at the same time, take a look at his hand positionings. The hands positions during exercises are key factors. That's precisely why I say, for the traps, I use the wide grip handle. Not super wide to where you're compromising your range of motion, but wide enough so that your wrists won't tweak out as you try and bring the bar closer to your chest as much as possible. As you may have thought, this has a similar effect to the face pull. However, the method I prefer to use is the same as how I'm sure you have seen Arnold doing it, engaging your lower back while pulling. Now, for those of you who do not have access to a gym, I also have a few exercises you can use nearly anywhere as long as there's ground beneath your feet and you have something to hang on to. The first one I have is something I have found when I was researching Tom Hardy's exercise regimen for his portrayal of Bronson. I believe it to be called the reverse head plank, but don't quote me on that. I would normally label this as dangerous, so I wouldn't jump to this one straight away. But, you know what you can do? A good old-fashioned pull-up. Not only does this help your back strength, but your biceps as well. Very simple, very straightforward. Also, I have discovered that these can become much simpler if you do one thing. Keep the muscles from your lower abdomen down to your pointed toes activated. This significantly reduces the amount of unused energy being leaked out of your body. Alright guys, these were a small handful of the most effective exercises I have found to work on getting bigger and stronger traps. I hope you have found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But until then, good dog being a winner.